Hello, Cheryl. How are you today? Uh, I just want to say thank you for letting us do this project for you, and I hope you get great pleasure in it because we had a lot of pleasure in doing this box. Okay. Um, Actually, I was so inspired by doing this box that when I get all caught up with all my work, if it's okay with you, I'm going to do a series of furniture, knockdown furniture, and I'm gonna call it my Cheryl Hannon series, if that's okay. But either way, I wanted to show you everything that was in your package when it arrives to you, so you know exactly what you're looking at. Come on in a little closer. These are your end pieces here, okay? And you'll see a little box in there that says your end pieces, okay? It'll say end pins, and you know they'll go with your end pieces, okay? These are your sides, okay? And if you paid attention to the videos I sent you before, I had all the sides numbered with M, N, O, P, and A. Well, the pins are set just like that, so you can put them all together real easy, okay? This is your bottom, okay? And you'll also see a little thing there, a little package that has your bottom pins in it, okay? This is your top, okay, or your lid, okay? And you'll see a little package there with your pins for your lid, okay, and all your lid hardware, okay? And if take a good look at it so you'll know exactly what you're working with when you get it. The first thing I would do is, remember, two halves make a whole, okay? And then I would start with my bottom pieces, okay? And if you'll notice that your bottom pieces, they're all numbered too, okay? There's Q1, and there's your side piece, okay? And they're going to match up to that, okay? There's Q1 to Q1. There's your bottom and your side, one half of your bottom and your side. Same way with this other side over here, okay? V1, V1, and you just kind of match them up just like that, lay them in place. Next thing you'll notice is S1 at the bottom and A2 at the bottom. And that's where you want to go. You want to find S1, okay, which is S1 and A2. Those are the two that you're working on, S1 and A2. And you just match them up. There's A2 that's going here, and S1 is going here. And all you do is come around close where you can see, is you just lay them down there to it, and you'll see the holes will match up just perfectly. Okay? Okay? And they'll set in something similar to that. The other side you're looking for over here is T2. So we'll take T2. You take T2, okay, and we'll match that up, okay? All right, set that in there like that, okay? We'll do the other side too. Okay, that's A2, A2, lay it up in against that, and the next one you're looking for is Z2. So here's Z2, and we'll take it and we'll lay it right there. Okay? So now, at this point, when you look down in your box, you'll see that you got two halves. Okay? Now, you got all your pins and stuff laid out to the side. The first thing, next I would grab is my end pins. Okay? And these are your end pins. The reason I call them the end pins is because they're going to go right in your end. Okay? Alright, and they'll look something similar to that. Okay? So you just grab you a few of those. You're going to need 4 of them to do the bottom with. Okay, and you just slide them right in there. Okay, now I do have a little hammer that I use to tap these into place. Okay, okay. Same way here. Just slide those in. Just some more end pins. Slide that in. Let's go around and do the other side. Okay. Same way here. It'll take you about 4 of them. Slide those pins right in. And we'll cross over and do the other side. Same way. There you go. And like I said, I have a little small hammer that I just tap them, kind of tap them lightly in there. Okay. All right. Now, we've gotten that far. We've got one of the bottoms in on this side. We've got the bottom two sides in, that's good. Okay. Now, the next thing I would do is I would grab my bottom pin. Okay. On your bottom pins, okay. Let's lay these out so you can see your bottom pins. Okay. On your bottom pins, you've got 4 short ones, 2 long ones, and 4 small ones. Okay. Now the 2 long ones, they go in each end. Okay. That's no problem. Okay. The 2 short ones, they go on each side. Okay. And these 4 small ones, they go underneath, and I'll show you that just in a second. Let's do one side. Let's do this one and this one. Okay, let's work on this side. First thing you do is you come around, look down at the bottom, you'll see a hole. Just take the long pin and slide it right in there. On the side, you'll see another hole. Just take that pin and slide it right in. If you go around to the other side, you'll see one more hole, just here, okay? And you just take that and slide it in. Now, when you get to that point, okay, you'll notice that this thing is really already sturdied up. All you got to do is just lean it back, okay? And there's where your little short pins come into place at. You take your little short pins and you drop them down in there. You want them to go all the way down in there, okay? All right, and that keeps your side from pulling apart. Same way with the other side. Okay. Just drop that down in there, okay? Now you got to make sure they go all the way down in there, okay? Okay, that keeps that from pulling. And then you just set her back up there, okay? All right, let's go through and do this side too. Okay, you got your 1 long pin, your 2 short pins, and your 2 small pins. The long pin, hole at the bottom. Okay, just slide them in there. Now remember, I keep a little tiny hammer around, so you can just kind of tap things into place. Okay, just tap that on in there. Okay, you tap things into place. The side. Another hole at the bottom. Just slide your pin in. Okay. Same way on the other side. Got a little hole at the bottom. Just slide that pin in. Okay. Now we do the same thing with this. Okay, you just lean it back, okay, and take your 2 small pins and pop your 2 small pins in, okay. That kind of helps everything hold into place. Now, we've got 2 sides. Okay, now you got 2 halves. All we have to do now is take the 2 halves, they're not very heavy, and just slide them up to each other, okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put these 2 sides together here. We're going to pin them together so they don't move on you, okay? If you will notice, on all the pins, I've got them marked, okay? And this is like J2. And on the side here, you'll see numbers 1, 2, and 3 on the very side. 1, 2, and 3, okay? All right, so you grab pins 1, 2, and 3, okay? And you can basically start wherever you want and put your pins in. There's 1, 2, and here's 3. And like I said, I always keep my little hammer around. So you can just kind of tap them on into place. Okay? Alright. And then you just insert your pegs to hold everything into place. And you're going to do the same thing with the other side. Now that you have both sides done, all you do is take your middle piece and you just set it right down in there. It's only going to fit one way. So if it don't fit perfect that first time, you just drop her down in there like that. And she's not fitting. There you go. Yeah. Now, you got your whole bottom in. You got your whole bottom done. She's good and sturdy. You can move her around wherever you want to. Okay? You're good to go. Okay. We've got our bottom in. We've got part of our sides on. And as you can see, she's all good and sturdy. She'll hold up. Okay? Rest, you just put the rest of your sides on. Okay? And of course they all match up. You got Z1 and T1. You just match them up to those sides. There's Z1 over there. Okay. And we just bring them here and just set them in place. Okay. Put that on. Come over here, do the same thing. Okay. Okay. Got that on. Remember, you put your side pins in to hold your sides in. And there's your box with your side pins in it. Okay. So you need 4 of those. Okay. Your 4 side pins. And you just pop your side pins in. Now bear in mind, I keep repeating about that little hammer, because I had that little hammer handy to me. So when it doesn't quite want to, because they're kind of tight, and you want them to be a little tight. So you just tap them in. Okay. Same way at the other side. Slide your pin in. Okay. Yeah. Let's come around and get the other side. We'll do it the same way. Okay. You got A1 and R1. There's A1 there and R1 there. Now you'll notice A1 and R1, they got little ridges on top. They got your plates on top. Okay? So we'll just set them up there and we'll pop that side in. Ooh, it's looking like a box, girl. Get your end pin. Okay. Same side, same thing on the other end. Slide your pins in. Okay. There you go. You got your whole box set up there. Okay? Alright. Alright. Now your whole box is almost done. Only thing you need to do now is to get your lid on. Okay? So you're going to look for this you're going to look for this little brace here next, and your lid, your pins for your lid. Okay? Alright, and you're going to need your Phillips head screwdriver. Just a little small one will do. Okay? Now, when you take out your pins for your lid, okay, come around here, I want you to see what they look like. Okay? When you pour out all your pins for your lid, okay, you're going to see one, two, and three. Okay. You're going to see one of those and two little metal pins. Okay. Now, let's take this piece right here and we'll put it on first. Okay. Remember now, the little J part here goes to the front. Okay. That's all you got to remember. And it's mounting to this bracket right here. Okay. So you just set it there. There's already a hole already drilled there for you. Okay. And you just set that in and kind of tighten it up. Okay. By hand. Just a little bit. And then you take your Phillips screwdriver. Okay. And you tighten it up just enough to where it'll slide up and down. Not completely tight. Okay. And then remove your pin. Okay. But keep it handy because you're going to need it. Okay. Now, next, you set your top on. Okay. Now, the top is rather simple. Simple because you got braces in the back, and you'll have a hole in one side. Of course, that hole is going to match up to that right there. Okay. All right. So you just set her on. Okay. And when you set her on, make sure that these braces, they fit down into it just like that. Okay. Because that's where you're going to put your metal pins. Okay. And like I said, I keep my little hammer trusty. Tap your pin in. Okay. Do the same thing with the other side. Set her in. Now, it is tight, and you want it to be tight. Okay. Set that in place there, and take your pin and pop your little pin in. Okay. Give it a little tap. Okay. Okay. Girl, let me tell you how hot it is out here today. Okay. Next thing you want to do is you want to grab pins 1, 2, and 3. Okay. When you lift up on your lid, it's going to look a little oblong, but that's okay. Okay. You'll see I got them marked. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There's pin 3 down there. Pin 2, and pin 1. Okay. Slide them in place there. That's why I keep that little hammer around, because like I said, you do want them tight. Okay. Let me get that little hammer. Okay. You do want your pins tight. Okay. Especially for your lid. Okay. So you just tap them in there. Okay. And then, of course, you put your other little 3 pins in, which holds everything into place. Now, at the same token, if you only want to use half of this lid, you can take those pins out. You don't have to have them in there. Okay. But that gives you a whole lid. Okay. Now, remember, I told you to save that little pin that you had, that you pulled out, because that little pin is what you're going to use for your brace here. So you just pull it up, pull it into place, take your pin, and just slide your pin there in the hole. Okay, but not all the way through, just even with it. Okay, all right, and there, sweetheart, is your whole entire box. Okay, you can raise your lid up. Okay, and that little J locks everything into place. Okay, you can remove your pins. Okay, so you can open up one side or the other. Like I said, it's been a real challenge to make this box, but we've got it, and we've got it down to where the shipping ain't that bad. So, if you have any problems when it comes time to assemble it, you just let me know, you call me, and I'll take you through it again, step by step. And like I said, I sure appreciate you letting us do this. And in the future, keep keep an eye on our webpage, because I'm going to do a whole line of furniture, whole line of knockdown furniture, and I'm going to name it after you. Thanks again, okay?